Hi everybody, it's Lori. I I wanted to show the ATC that I made for Beth because I liked it and I thought it came out kind of pretty. And so there is my ATC, and I made it all glittery and shiny, and it says Beth. I really liked it, and I'm going to show you how I make the ATC part, because see, my ATCs are nice and thick. My ATCs have came a long way since in December when I made my first one. So, okay, this is what my ATC starts off as, always. I just put like a rough whitewash of paint on it, and on the back I stamp lines. Some people have ATC stamps, and I did have one and I have misplaced it, so I stamped lines on the back. And this is the front, so you don't have to do the paint. It could be anything you want. It could even be smooth. You could use an enamel based paint and start off with a very smooth, shiny finish. Okay, so that's the finish, like what I begin my ATCs with. This is what they look like before I paint them and stamp them. And before all of that, they start off as cereal boxes, cracker boxes, anything that a dry good is packaged in. Like, don't try like a box, like a pizza box that something frozen came in, or something like that. Don't try those ones. For some reason, I have tried them. They just don't work. And my favorite boxes are Cheerio boxes, but I didn't use all them. So now we're working on a cracker box. So match them up. Okay, so how do I get these? I get these with this die. It is the Tim Holtz ATCs and corners die. And my die has come a little loose in its case, and I have completely wore out parts of my die. And it's okay, because these dies will last you forever. If they get a little loose or the die comes out of the case, just glue it back in with some E6000. I have to do it sometimes. It doesn't hurt anything. So that is how I get these, and you can cut about 6 of these cardboard pieces at one time with your Big Shot. So first thing that I do is I take my glue stick. I'm certain any glue stick will work, but this is the glue stick I use. And you go over both sides very, very well with this glue stick. Do the inside, and and you have to work really fast with this glue stick. It dries very fast. So do your whole entire thing. It doesn't matter if it comes off. Then I take my, I don't want to lose that pen, my Scotch tacky glue. It's quick dry glue, whichever one you have. There's 2 different kinds. And so put just little dabs, like so. Not too much, because it will just all squeeze out anyhow, and you will waste it. And you only put these little dabs on one side, see? And the reason why I do this is because the glue stick keeps the quick dry glue from drying too quickly, and as it comes out, the glue stick, it seals the edges of your ATC. And my husband taught me this about the glue stick. He really is into woodworking and welding and well, he used to be a welder, but he really enjoys woodworking. And this is something that you do with wood, is you seal these edges with wood glue, if this was wood. So, and it gives you a little wiggle wiggle you wouldn't usually get with this glue. You don't get wiggle wiggle with this glue. But if you put the glue stick down first and then you use your Scotch Quick Dry, you get just a few seconds of wiggle wiggle room that you would not get. And now my AC is pretty much dry. There's no bowing from any wet glue, and my edges are sealed. So this is what I have at this point. At this point, I stamp the back. You can stamp it up and down, or you can stamp it side to side. It does not matter what direction you stamp. So I'm going to stamp it really quick. Try to line it up. You'll do better than me, and I would usually do better than me right now. So line it up, give it a good squish down, and pull it off. I'm going to clean my stamp just real quick. Okay. So then you're here at this point. You're here at this point. Doesn't matter. Don't even worry about it. Write all your information on it right now. Well, it's flat. And then, after you get all your information filled out, you want to paint it. You can use any paint you want, any paintbrush you want. It just really doesn't matter. But I use this this paint. It's cheap and it's good paint. And so that is my favorite paint. And just give your brush. Am I showing you anything? No, I'm not. Give your brush a little dip. Just the very tip, right? Kind of push it off on a paper towel. Then take your paint and shake it. And just give it a little squeeze. You don't need much paint. It's little. Just an ATC. Okay, so then put it down however you want it. If you used a better, like a thin black brush, you would get it on very neat. But I don't really want it on really neat. But I also don't want a lot of moisture on it. And if you think you need more paint, add more paint. But I promise that's a lot of paint for this little card. And you will make it go. And you're not trying to do anything perfect. You're just putting that down to give it texture. And at this, you don't need modeling paste at this point. Embossing paste. So this is what it looks like now. So say you want to give it lines, like a piece of wood. Not hard. Just kind of squiggle in it. Squiggle in it, and it kind of looks like wood, a wood grain. You want to give it more of a wood grain? Take your brush and fan it out on your whatever you have down there. And then go like, you know, a wood grain on a tree goes from many directions. And there is a better wood grain, and it really looks like a white wood grain. You can do this with any kind of paint, but the white paint is easy to manipulate later. You can stain it, you can sand it down and have a nice, you know, craft colored background. You can do a lot with the white. And I've done other colors and they all come out great, just as good as the white. So there, I wanted to show you how I make my ATCs, and I hope I helped somebody get past buying an ATC. These little pieces of paper are so expensive, and the ones you buy in the little packs from like Tim Holtz, and they're not very good quality. So this die, I've seen them on eBay, I've seen them, gosh, I even seen one in a yard sale the other day for $4, and I almost bought it. And if you don't already know, I have a huge die collection, and I just didn't want to add another duplicate die. At this point, I have 3 lantern dies. I'm going to try selling 2 of them. But this die is not expensive. If you find it on eBay or you find it on a physics, you know, one of their sales that they have, or even the scrapyard. If you guys don't know about the scrapyard is a great place to buy new and used craft supplies, and they're very good quality usually. You're buying from an individual, so you're getting a good price. Scrapyard's a good place to look for one of these. But that's it for me. I just wanted to show you Beth's ATC from me. You really can't see, but there is this green. The same green here is here. And then there's this teal color in this little butterfly too. You don't really pick it up on this camera. And I embossed it with this gorgeous embossing powder. Isn't that embossing powder so pretty? And at first I just thought it was glitter. And but it's not. It is such a pretty embossing powder. And it is called Stardust Transparent. And I give credit to Jane for all my embossing ability. I have learned everything I know about embossing from Jane. So I hope you guys have a nice evening, and I hope you learned something. And if you have any like special techniques to making these, it's already dry. If you have any special techniques for making these ATC cards, please pass them along to me and post your videos down below so everybody else can learn too, because everybody likes a good ATC. Bye.